Hey, what's up guys? Sean King, Mr. Fence Academy, Mr. Fence Tools. Here we are back at the Fence Lab with another cool tool just released. We've been working on this tool for quite a while. So Justin Neri, this one's yours, brother. I know it's a long time making. There's a lot of challenges in this tool that we really didn't foresee in the beginning. But here we go. Al and his team has knocked it out. This is a no-dig SURESET. So no-dig SURESET, and that allows you to drive your post without a tape measure, without a SpaceX, and without a lot of error, without a lot of possibility of error. So a 2 3/8 schedule 40 post, you would drive that post, and you would slide the first end over it. If you're doing a gate spacer, like a 4-foot gate, vinyl gate with aluminum 5x5 stiffener, if you're doing it that way with the H stiffener, we've got it marked 4-foot gate stiffener on that line. So you would drive the first one, and then this tells you that if you drive it right through that hole and drive that pole down, you'll be set perfectly the spacing you need for a 4-foot opening utilizing a 5x5 aluminum H stiffener coming on this side if you do that. Now, if you don't use an H stiffener and you use the King nuts, then your spacing will be a little bit different. So you slide this out. Now you have 4-foot gate, vinyl and King Plus. So this is going to be a 4-foot gate with the King nuts. It's also the same spacing as a 4-foot gate with King Plus wood fence that you put your box on. And so you would drive that post there, and by the time you add your box to it on both sides, you end up with a 4-foot opening exactly for your gate. And then you wash and repeat that for all sorts of different sizes. This unit has going to be the blue marks as you telescope out are going to have full sections on center, so not gates, but if you have section spacing for vinyl fence or wood fencing King Plus, those marks will be indicated in blue as you telescope it out. The green marks are going to be all of your spacing for vinyl gate spaces, 4-foot, 5-foot, 6-foot with the H stiffener, and they're going to be marked with green 4-foot gate stiffener. Okay. All of the ones with the red are going to be your King Plus marks for spacing and your vinyl gates with no stiffener but with the King nuts. The gray is going to indicate the end of stage 1, and the pink's going to indicate end of stage 2. What that looks like is this telescopes first. You would loosen this up, telescopes out. All these different sizes are on here. When you go all the way out, it says end of stage 1. We'll lock that in. And once you do that, and that's locked in tight, then you can telescope out for the next stage if you need it. This will go up to 10-foot spacing, 10-foot double drive actually, and then everything in between from full 8-foot centers on centers vinyl fence with donuts to King Plus spacing, 6-foot centers if that's what you do, vinyl on 6-foot centers, and then all the gates in between. The cool thing about this is once you plumb this first post and you drive it, it's plumb. When you have your spacing set, when you go to put the next one in, here's your string line, so it indicates, gives you a clue on where you should lay this on the ground. When you slide this in it, by default, you're almost already perfectly plumb. It's going to speed up the process of the guy putting a level on there to plumb this pole to the line, because you're already going to be very, very close to plumb. There is play here because of grades, right? So they'll double check this direction here, but when we check it, we're just pushing it to plumb. We don't have to worry about checking a spacing jig or a tape measure. Once it's plumb both directions, you drive it. Once that's done, you'll slide this up off this post, the one end, and you'll flip it around. You'll rotate it around and continue on. This stays on here. When you're done with that pole, you'll lift it up, take them off of this post, and leapfrog it around and continue to leapfrog it. This tool is going to speed up the process of getting the post driven accurately, confidently, quickly in the right spot, especially for some of the newer guys without a lot of experience. And it's going to decrease the chances of having a mistake on the job site, minus you set the jig up the wrong setting. It's pretty well foolproof, right? It's going to decrease the chance of your gates not fitting your openings, because as you drive, this cylinder is going to prevent that post from moving back and forth. Really going to hold it in the right spot as those guys drive those posts. So less stress, more finesse. Take care of your Team Plus One. Newest tool at MrFenceTools.com.